Hello there, wrestling fans. It's raining outside and I'm all wet, as you can see. I'm just been out. But that will not hinder me from doing this Raw review of Raw from October 5th. That means yesterday, Monday Night Raw. The first Raw the day after 24 hours after the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. First of its kind. And overall this Raw was pretty good. I can't say that I didn't think that really any match was that particularly good. It didn't stick out in itself. Actually, we had 5 matches, I believe, if I'm not forgetting any of them. It was the Diva Bowl. It was kind of good in the end. You had a lot of action, a lot of good stuff, a lot of hard-hitting impacts, and was series of moves. Was really quick and was really entertaining. You couldn't really take your eyes off it or you'll miss something. A good finish. You eventually saw Mickie James once again pin Alicia Fox, and I must say regarding Alicia Fox, she's really improving, and she's doing real good bumps. She's taking falls pretty good. She has credible wrestling. She doesn't have that many moves, but she is still very agile in the ring, and I can't say that she botches that much. And she also pulled off a Northern Light suplex at Hell in a Cell, which I don't think I can remember any diva ever doing that, and it's a very unusual move. So maybe that's something we can see more often from Alicia Fox if they dedicate that move to her arsenal. And we also had the MVP Mark Henry versus Chavo Guerrero and Chris Masters. Well, kind of good match. They're not anything particular about that. MVP Mark Henry won, as they should. And this time Hornswoggle came out to save Chavo. Last week it was the other way around, so there is apparently a face turn coming for Chavo Guerrero, and he might start to team with Hornswoggle with the old device that if you can beat them, join them, and that's maybe what Chavo has done now with Hornswoggle. We had the match featuring Jack Swagger, who is now saying that he will go undefeated for the rest of the year. He defeated Primo Colon, as he should do, and we have a new United States champion, The Miz, and I like a new champion. The Miz and Jack Swagger have for a long time for it, and it's cool to see a new champion. Kofi Kingston held the title for somewhere about a month. He defeated it monthly on pay-per-views and very often in between pay-per-views. I don't know how many fatal 4-ways, triple threats he had, and including the 6-pack challenge he had at Night of Champions. So he had the title for a long time, and even though I can say that the title elevated him that much, it solidified his spot as a mid-card wrestler. I don't see, I can say that he really elevated towards the main card, but I believe there is more United States or Intercontinental Championship runs coming for Kofi Kingston. And one interesting note here, they introduced Kofi Kingston this week coming from West Africa, Ghana, which is somewhere south of the Sahara Desert, I believe, right below the desert. And this is quite interesting. He is indeed from Ghana, Africa, but they have billed him from Jamaica for some reason. I don't know where they're going with this, because he is African, and they decided to bill him from there last night. But he still had his Jamaican music, reggae music, coming into the ring. So maybe they will do something like he is indeed from Africa, but he is now residing from Jamaica, because I don't know where they're going with this. I liked his Jamaican gimmick. He didn't speak last night, so we couldn't hear if he still had the Jamaican accent. It would be kind of weird for him to drop that all of a sudden. However, we have seen that in the past. Remember Umaga in May, all of a sudden he started speaking, something he hadn't been able to do for years in WWE. So you never know. I like Miz winning the title, but it felt a little weird. We have, after all, seen him defeat The Miz at Breaking Point. He defeated The Miz right after Breaking Point when Jack Swagger stole the title in the countouts, the disqualification, something like that. And coming from the fact that he last night, two nights ago at last pay-per-view, defeated both Jack Swagger and The Miz. And The Miz once again was the guy being pinned. It felt kind of weird that all of a sudden he's going to lose the title in a one-on-one match to a guy he has defeated in triple threats and in several singles matches before. That was what I felt was a little weird about that title change. Moving on to the main event, this is something I don't like at all. Good match, D-Generation X versus Jerry Show, as they build them. They actually call them Jerry Show now. But I don't like this. When you are tag team champions, you're the unified tag team champions, you're put up to be an unstoppable force. You are put up there to be an unstoppable force. You come from a match where you defeated Rey Mysterio and Batista, you have defeated MVP Mark Henry, you have defeated Crime Time 2 times, and I also believe they had defeated MVP and Mark Henry 2 times for the titles. When you're tag team champions, you're not supposed to lose matches. This is the second time Jerry Show lose a match since forming a tag team, and they are being the tag team champions, and to me that's not okay. That's not how you build up the tag teams. If you cannot, I believe they're going to have a future tag team championship match at Bragging Rights between D-Generation X and Jerry Show or something like that. But if you cannot build up a match between these two without having, if you believe the best way to build up a match between it's the challengers beating the champions in a non-title match, that's not right. Now they have lost twice. This is no way whatsoever to build a credible tag team, especially not as D-Generation X completely out-wrestled the tag team champions. And this, people can talk now, yeah, that's typical Triple H, that's typical Shawn Michaels. Whatever, they have done this several times before when it was not Triple H and Shawn Michaels being those guys beating the champions and then all of a sudden losing when the title was finally on the line. MVP and Mark Henry also defeated Jerry Show, and this is not how you build them up. And I think WWE is promoting this event too much to please the crowd. This is a TV product. Yeah, you want to have the crowd's response into the match to make it seem better for the TV audience, but you are still focusing on building the match for the TV crowd. And man, people in the arena got what they want. Most people at home got what I want. Yeah, you got DX win. That's great. Nah, that's all I needed. Maybe I'll tune in the next coming weeks. You got all you want. That's not how you build it up. You're supposed to have. It would have been great to see Jericho run out, not having Roethlisberger come in with his entire crew, force Jericho back and being completely demolished and losing the ring. They were out wrestled. Especially this comes from a match when D-Generation X and Shawn Michaels were Shawn Michaels was completely mauled out at a Hell in a Cell. What kind of message does that send out? That Jerry Show are the tag team champion as long as DX allow them to, because they are so that dominant. And as I said, they have done this several times. This is not okay. If you want to build up a tag team that's unstoppable, then don't have them losing. You have them run away from matches, DQ, count out, whatever, but don't have them cleanly beat in the ring 2 times in like a little over than a month. That's not good. That's not building momentum for a team. That's killing the momentum. That's killing the buzz right away. Jericho running out would have been like, people, oh man, come on, Jericho ran out. Man, I'm gonna tune in next week because we're gonna see Jericho and Big Show come out on SmackDown and say, ha ha ha, even G-Generation X cannot beat us, they cannot pin and make us submit. And people will go even more mad. Oh man, come on, that's only because you ran out. I'm really gonna tune in next Monday to see what G-Generation X to say about this. Now we know what they're gonna say. We won a title match. I don't have to tune in to see what they will say. It's so predictable. It's so predictable, and we all know they're going to get the title shot now. Because they won, and they gave everyone what they wanted, meaning people can sit at home not watching wrestling for 2 weeks, being all satisfied because they got what they want. Not good. Not good whatsoever. Yes, I'm a big Jericho fan. I really love the Jericho Show team, so I'm not unbiased in any way whatsoever, but this is not how you build it up properly. Boo! You also had the John Cena and Randy Orton promo. It surprised me. We have seen this now for a while, but it surprised me, and I'm actually willing to see this Iron Man match. We didn't really expect they were going to build something new up for this next pay-per-view. It's only 3 weeks away, but this is going to be cool. An Iron Man match. We haven't seen that since like 2004, I believe, when Triple H met Chris Benoit on Raw. Before that we saw Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle in 2003. We saw at Judgment Day 2000 Triple H defeated The Rock in a very controversial fashion. The first ever Iron Man match was at WrestleMania 12 when Shawn Michaels defeated Bret Hart in overtime in what many people consider one of the greatest matches ever. So this is the 5th Iron Man match ever in modern times in WWE, WWF that I can recall, and it's going to be on a pay-per-view again, meaning there will probably just be like 6 matches. So I'm looking forward to it. Next week we're going to have Nancy O'Dell and Manuna or something. They were at SummerSlam doing interviews in the crowd. Thank you for watching, and feel free to share your opinions on my review and what's up with the WWE. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.